So I'm reviewing the Keebar electric kettle. This is the 0.8 liter model. And obviously, as you can see, it's a little bit smaller. I have a 1.5 liter Chefman kettle in the back. But I wanted something that was a little bit more sleek, something smaller that I could fit underneath the cabinet. And also that didn't cause any rusting on the inside. Like the other models did. So I decided to go ahead and try this model. Now, this model, I liked it because the controls are right here in the front. And it's really easy to see. You have the lock button to keep warm, your program button, and your on and off switch. And then you also have the temperature gauge right here where you could see where the temperature is at. So, just going over the manual and everything, all you have to do is hit on off. I've already had this kettle boil a pot of water just so I can clean it out. But when you initially turn it on, it's going to tell you the temperature that the water is currently at. So when I first started the kettle, and before I started the actual program, it was showing to be about 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you'll want to select your program. So again, you have 176, 185, 194, 203, and 212. Now, the manual does give you a little reference as far as temperatures. So you could see that certain teas are steeped at a certain temperature to get the right taste. And then coffee obviously being the highest setting for full boil, which is at 212. So you'll want to refer to that. When you do select one, you'll just keep pushing program until the program highlights which degree you want it on. And then once it does, it's going to flash and then it'll start the program itself. Now, since I did just boil it, it shouldn't take so long. And you can hear that when it gets close to the temperature, it's actually not that loud compared to other models that are very loud. They start bubbling a lot. You would think that it would be a lot louder, but it's actually not. Once it boils, you can see there's a little steam coming out through the little 3 holes at the top, but nothing excessive. Now you do have a keep warm button, which is good, especially if you know you're going to be having more than another cup in the morning or afternoon, whenever you decide to have it. So all you would want to do is go ahead and push the keep warm button, and that will keep your water warm for a short period of time. Now it does say in the manual under the keep warm instructions, it says the screen displays the heat preservation time in Fahrenheit 60. So it will keep it that way for 60 minutes. So I normally, when I do it, it'll show F60 and it'll keep it there for 60 minutes. Once it does, then eventually it'll turn off. Now the lock option is very good, especially if you have children like I do. You press and hold it for 2 seconds and then child lock will enable. So that way, if you have little ones who can reach the counter, they can't come and push anything and turn it on. They would actually have to press and hold the lock button until it re-releases. So overall, it's a really nice little kettle. The only thing I would say is a little tricky compared to my other kettle that just kind of pops open is that this one actually requires you to manually open it. And if the water is still hot, it can splash on you like it kind of did right now on me and burn you. So you'll have to be very careful with that. Also, you can't really see it in the video, but the max line is, I would say, about here on the actual kettle, and it's very lightly ingrained into the kettle. So you'll want to keep an eye for that when you're filling your water, because if you go past the max line, the water will come out this spout. So you'll always want to go ahead and keep an eye on that. But overall, the kettle is really nice. It does have the little 3 vents right here at the front to kind of release that steam. Oops, sorry. There we go. Just want to make sure it's on there solidly. But yeah, overall a great little kettle. They do have a 1 liter model available as well, which actually has the full base and then the little clicker at the back. But this one is perfect if you live alone, or if you're only going to be having 1 cup a day of tea or coffee. It's a perfect amount, and it still allows you to get all of the benefits out of a traditional kettle. So definitely worth trying. This is, again, the Keebar electric kettle, and this is XHZCQ07B model in black. So really nice overall kettle. Definitely would recommend giving it a try.
I absolutely love this tea kettle. After looking through different options, this was my favorite. There were different reviews. You cannot always guarantee that what works for one person doesn't work for the other. But I absolutely love this tea kettle. Lift it up from there. Charge. This is how you turn it on. The light goes on. It boils relatively fast. I mean, I would say actually very fast. I just served a cup of hot water in here. I'm demonstrating to you right now how fast it starts to get hot. Once you start hearing the noise, it's pretty cool. I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, you hear it? We got a minute and a half fully. It's loud in the beginning. Not really loud, it's just fairly, once it's rolling, it's hitting up for an hour, that's it. Once it boils, it stops. I don't use tap water, I use bottled water. Protected. I guess once it reaches that point of boiling water, which right here there is, right there, it will turn off. Right there is steaming. It's off. It's done. Perfect. Don't think I even have to show you this. I'm gonna pour some water. I love this spout. It's beautiful. There it goes. To have a beautiful cup of tea or coffee. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to be wonderful for the winter. Wonderful.